This is WFYI News Now. It's Tuesday, December 9th, and I'm Sarah Neal Estes. Here are today's top stories around central Indiana. Senate Republicans last night passed a bill out of committee that aims to redraw Indiana's congressional maps to favor their party. As Ben Thorpe reports, the bill is part of the Trump administration's effort to give Republicans an edge heading into next year's midterm election.
Lawmakers have been under immense pressure to pass the proposed map, with both President Donald Trump and Governor Mike Braun threatening primary challenges against lawmakers who don't support the move. Republican Greg Walker urged his colleagues to vote against the bill.
And I refuse to be intimidated.
Lawmakers in the committee heard hours of testimony before their vote. Speakers hope to sway Republicans in the Senate, who have so far been more divided on the issue than the House. The bill's Senate sponsor, Mike Gaskell, said he fully supports Trump's effort.
He's the man for the job, and I support him 1,000%.
The bill passed out of committee on a 6-3 vote. A final vote is expected on Thursday. I'm Ben Thorpe.
Yesterday, several hundred people protested that controversial congressional redistricting plan at the Indiana Statehouse. Zach Castle reports.
Anti-redistricting protesters filled the hallway, chanting for and against speakers giving public testimony in the Senate chamber. They held signs opposing the potential changes to Indiana's 9 congressional districts. Protesters shared concerns over fairness, losing congressional representation, and disenfranchising minorities. They are also concerned about outside influence on Indiana politics, like President Donald Trump demanding the new maps favor Republicans. Randy Hoggard is a resident of Hamilton County who opposes the changes.
Indiana didn't want to do that. They're bending their knee to a tyrant. No president should be calling up any state, telling them what to do. It's disgraceful.
The Indiana Senate debates the proposed map this week. A final vote is expected Thursday. I'm Zach Castle.
Indiana schools would need to notify parents if their child was a victim of bullying or expressed suicidal thoughts. Under a bill one House lawmaker plans to reintroduce during this legislative session. Tamoria Cunningham reports the measure would also require schools to provide the parents with suicide awareness materials.
Representative Chris Campbell says she plans to reintroduce the bill because bullying is a key issue facing students and schools. She says it can lead to a number of problems like mass shootings and suicide.
A bullying incident can lead to, a lot of trauma.
The bill would also provide suicide prevention trainings and counseling services for the family, among other things. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, suicide is the second leading cause of death for those between the ages of 10 and 34. I'm Tamoria Cunningham.
A lecturer in the Indiana University School of Social Work has returned to teaching after a 6-week suspension for a graphic she used in class. The graphic included the phrase "Make America Great Again" as a form of white supremacy. Jessica Adams says since that happened, the university has kept a close eye on her.
I've had someone in all of the courses that I teach monitoring my teaching, not just the course where the complaint originated. So that's been very upsetting, very humiliating.
IU did not respond to a request for comment, and it does not usually comment on personnel matters. A new affordable housing facility for seniors opened its doors in Lafayette. Jeremy Rubin has more.
The Jeffersonian apartments have 50 rental units that are available to residents aged 55 and older. The apartment project aims to meet the growing need for affordable housing for older Hoosiers living near downtown Lafayette. The apartment complex cost over $12.5 million and used funds provided through the READY initiative. The program provides statewide funding for projects that focus on improving quality of life in Hoosier communities. READY funds were used to improve existing roads, sidewalk, and sewage infrastructure around the new Jeffersonian apartments. I'm Jeremy Rubin.
In Indianapolis, new city proposals establish a framework for Designated Outdoor Refreshment Areas, or DORAs. WFYI's Erica Kovac reports.
The council approved 2 proposals that will allow people to have alcoholic beverages outside in certain areas around Indianapolis. One measure sets up 7 DORAs to be established in Marion County. Under the new ordinance, any proposed DORA must be introduced by the district councilor through a formal proposal. The city's first DORA will be set up in Irvington, pending state approval. Local establishments can now allow patrons to leave their premises with up to 2 open drinks in approved cups. The Irvington DORA could take effect next year and joins 46 other areas across the state. I'm Erica Kovac.
2 Indiana college football players are finalists for the annual Heisman Memorial Trophy. Both Indiana University quarterback Fernando Mendoza and Notre Dame running back Jeremiyah Love were named last night. Mendoza led the Hoosiers to victory over Ohio State last weekend in the Big Ten Championship. The 2025 Heisman Trophy winner will be announced this coming Saturday. That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Zach Bundy with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Kendall Antron produced our music, and if you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to get the latest updates from our newsroom anytime. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.